Hey there, guys. I am here live with independent wrestler A.M. Payne. So glad to have you here on the channel to answer these three questions. Is there anything you would like to say before we get started?
That Not really, man. Just thank you for having me. This is really cool. I've never gotten to do an opportunity like this, so I just appreciate you reaching out.
Of course, yeah. Thank you for picking up the opportunity. First question is, how did you get into wrestling?
I think pretty much every wrestler, I got into it being obsessed with it as a kid, and there was nothing out there that was strong enough to pull me away from it. So I kept going at it, kept going at it, kept going at it, and eventually I got to about 17 and I went to Ocala, Florida to train with Dory Funk Jr.
Oh, wow.
and just kept going from there.
Great. So this is just kind of like a side question. Do you have any influences from your childhood of people that you were watching that you're influenced by your work?
There's a lot there's a lot of people that I studied. Obviously, like when I was a kid, it was Jeff Hardy, John Cena. Those were the big guys that were everywhere, and everybody, needed the armbands or the t-shirt or whatever. But when I really started watching it, the ones I gravitated towards was Randy Orton, Bret Hart, and Dynamite Kid. Those were the guys that I could see, me taking bits and pieces from what they could do and
Yeah,
trying to implement that in my own way.
great. Yeah, I like that. All right, second question I got for you is, out of all the opponents that you've gone against so far, who would you say is your favorite opponent?
Favorite opponent?
This is always a
There's Yeah, that's a tough one. There's a lot of fun ones. I liked working with Bryce Cannon. Uh, that was a very cool experience. He's such a pro. He goes at it. Um, in Statesboro, I would go against a guy named Baby D. I always loved beating him up. And and just recently, I went up against Parker Lee in Atlanta, and he might be on the short list for one of my favorite opponents now.
yeah. Parker Lee, I've heard of him as well. All right, third question I got for you is this actually one I wanted to ask you because I've never interviewed somebody that wrestles under a mask. I've interviewed a bunch of people, but never someone like that. What made you want to wrestle under a mask?
There's there is a litany of reasons. The main thing it boils down to is it's comfortable. There's more. I feel like I can do more in it. I'm more confident when I go to the ring, and then there's like perks outside of it with just natural privacy stuff. If
Yeah,
if other wrestlers, they get done with their match, and you're kind of sitting in the locker room, I don't have that problem. I can just take the mask off and go watch the rest of the show.
yeah. Yeah, that's very true. I like that. I just kind of wanted to hear because I know there's a lot of different guys that don't want to wrestle under mask. There's a bunch that do, so it's just kind of different to see the reasons why. But before we get out of here, do you have any upcoming shows, any social medias? Where can these people find you?
Yeah, if you want to find me on Instagram, I am at AM Payne. On Facebook, you can find me at Austin Payne. And the next show I'm going up to Augusta, Georgia, this Thursday for Phoenix Pro Wrestling
Cool.
for their 20-man battle royal.
Oh wow, very cool. So, do you wrestle in the Georgia area a lot? Is that true?
Oh yes, Georgia, recently North Carolina, South Carolina. Yeah,
Cool. Yeah, that's my stomping ground, South Carolina.
gotcha.
Very cool. Thank you so much for coming on here to do this interview. I really do appreciate it. Is there anything else you would like to say before we get out of here?
Just thank you, sir.
Of course.
This was really cool.
Thank you. And I'll see you all on the next one.